Please take your seats. The program is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage President and CEO of the Indianapolis Neighborhood Housing Partnership, Gina Miller.
Hey. What a beautiful room. Good morning, friends, partners, and neighbors. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up, for standing with us and believing in what INHP makes possible for and with the neighborhoods and the people of Indianapolis. Before we go any further, I do want to thank and recognize our police officers and firefighters with us today. Thank you for your service, for your commitment, and for the protection you provide Indianapolis every single day. Do you remember having staring contests with your siblings or friends growing up? Yeah? We've all done it, right? Maybe you even stared down a bully or two, yeah? Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you all stare at each other and have staring contests right now. But back in September of 2023, Christy found herself staring down a hard truth. The path to homeownership was not going to be simple. After meeting with an INHP homeownership advisor, she learned exactly what it would take: paying off thousands in debt, building the discipline to save a few $100s a month, cutting back on personal expenses, and boosting her credit score. It was a lot to take in. Could she really make all of that happen, and would the right house be there at the end to make it the effort worthwhile? For Christy, the answer is yes. And today, we celebrate her home closing this past December. Christy isn't the only client willing to stare down daunting personal and economic truths, roll up their sleeves, and pursue their dream of homeownership. And INHP proudly stands with each and every one of them. Like Christy, INHP continues to stare down real, relentless economic forces in pursuit of our vision of an Indianapolis where every person lives in a home and a neighborhood that enables them to thrive. And like Christy, in 2025, we still gained ground. This is how I want you to picture INHP, staring down daunting challenges for the families and neighborhoods that we serve. We gained ground with a record number of education class completions, empowering more residents than ever, with the knowledge and confidence to take control of their financial futures. We gained ground for the second year in a row, opening doors to homeownership for 203 families who might otherwise have felt locked out. We gained ground by developing a record number of INHP homes, expanding the supply of quality, affordable housing. More than numbers, these figures are changed lives, neighborhoods strengthened and futures enhanced. Because of friends and partners like you, we needn't look far to find people INHP has served. That includes many in the room today. If you have ever gone through an INHP program, whether you've taken a class, worked with someone on our team, or bought a home using a lending program from INHP or one of our trusted partners, would you please stand? Thank you. Seeing so many neighbors go from dreaming to planning, to achieving and celebrating is why INHP has been going strong for over 38 years. You know firsthand how the home buying journey can change a mindset, from doubt to determination, from that's impossible to let's do it. Here are just a few pieces of advice our recent home buyers have given to future home buyers. From client Whitney: owning a home opens doors to new opportunities. Lock in the process and go for it. From client Jesse: don't give up. Keep going toward your goal. And from client Dara: do not be afraid. I started this process without knowing it would be possible. These results and the personal successes behind them give us every reason to celebrate together today. I'm grateful for the longtime friends and new partners who make our work and this breakfast possible. Now, please welcome Marshawn Woolley, President and CEO at Black Onyx Management and Chairperson of the INHP Board of Directors, to recognize those who make this all possible.
Thank you, Gina, and welcome. As INHP's board chairman, I'm privileged to serve with an extraordinary group of community leaders. Board members are appointed by the mayor of the city of Indianapolis and the United Way of Central Indiana, or nominated from among INHP contributors and the community at large. Will INHP board and advisory members please rise to be recognized? I also share my gratitude with our event sponsors. Would you please move your attention to the screen to recognize the organizations that help make this year's breakfast possible? Thank you, table sponsors, for joining us here today. And to the organizations who continue to make affordable housing a priority. Our brick and mortar sponsors include Barnes & Thornburg, Bose McKinney Evans, Browning, Buckingham Foundation, Eastern Star Church, Faegre Drinker, Fifth Third Bank, First Farmers Bank and Trust, First Financial Bank, Forvis Mazars, Glick Philanthropies, Gelzer Investment Management, Huntington Bank, Indiana Members Credit Union, Lisk Indianapolis, MyBor, the National Bank of Indianapolis, PNC, and Regions. Cornerstone sponsors are AES Indiana, Citizens Energy Group, the Indianapolis Foundation, Key Bank, and Lilly. Event partners are Marquis and SBA Events. You all are doing a great job. Today's matching gift sponsor, First Internet Bank. We see you, Nicole. We also thank keynote sponsor, First Merchants Bank. And our presenting sponsors this morning are BMO and Lilly Endowment. Please let others know you're here and get the word out about INHP by posting on social media and using the hashtag INHPCB. Here to speak on behalf of presenting sponsor BMO is Mark Cougar, Managing Director and Market Executive for BMO, and fellow INHP board member. Welcome, Mark.
All right, thank you, Marshawn, and good morning. BMO's partnership with INHP is more than 30 years strong for good reason. Our mutual belief that the benefits of affordable housing go well beyond four walls. Together with INHP, we're dedicated to creating more affordable housing opportunities for the people of Marion County and setting the foundation for happier and healthier individuals, families, and neighborhoods. At BMO, we're committed to growing the good in business and in life. This informs our strategies, drives our ambition, and reinforces our commitment to supporting a thriving community and a sustainable future. The cornerstone of BMO's corporate engagement centers around people. And INHP's long history of serving people with low and moderate incomes supports our priorities and corporate values. So on behalf of BMO and my colleagues here with me today, we're honored to be the presenting sponsor of today's event. And in the spirit of community, I'd like to welcome Mayor Joe Hogsett to the podium to speak on behalf of the city of Indianapolis.
Well, indeed, good morning. It is an honor to be with you this morning. I want to thank the Indianapolis Neighborhood Housing Partnership for asking me back today. Gina, thank you, and the board. For many of us in this room, it's hard to remember an Indianapolis before INHP, or a time before having INHP as a trusted partner. The good thing is we don't have to, and neither do the more than 49,000 Indianapolis households that INHP has empowered since 1988. Over all these years, INHP has truly woven themselves into the fabric of our community, partnering with community organizations and investing in projects that create or preserve hundreds of affordable homes each and every year. They have left their mark in every corner of our city, the city we call home, Indianapolis. And what INHP really represents is something even more powerful. They create stability for families, opportunities for first-time home buyers, and they create neighborhoods that grow and thrive. Time and again, when our city needs a partner for real solutions, INHP is there to step up. There's perhaps no better project to illustrate this kind of impact than the new Arnold Place townhome community in Reagan Park. What was once a blighted brownfield, remediated by the city, is now one of our largest single-site affordable homeownership developments in years, and INHP's largest to date. Arnold Place has added more than 30 new missing middle townhomes to our city's housing supply. It represents the good that transpires when the city, INHP, residents, and the private sector come together to create affordable homeownership opportunities. In fact, for its role in strengthening the neighborhood while honoring its past at the same time, Arnold Place earned an Indy Chamber 2025 Monumental Award for Merit for Neighborhood Revitalization. Of course, it's hard to talk about Arnold Place without mentioning its namesake, Mr. Albert Arnold. At 103 years old, Mr. Arnold is a living link to the history of his community and a reminder of the strength, the resilience, and pride that define our neighborhoods. But rather than talk about the Arnold Place legacy, I have a privilege for all of you, and one that I'm proud to show you. Please turn your attention to the video screens featuring these two longtime Reagan Park neighbors.
I love Reagan Park because this is where I've grown up. This has been home for me for my entire life. Growing up in Reagan Park, we have always been homeowners, so I didn't think of anything different. But saying I'm going to purchase a home, but being able to purchase a home are two different things. I first heard about Arnold's Place at our Reagan Park Community Action Group meeting. We had several people get some testimonials from other families that were able to purchase their homes through INHP. I had lived with my family my entire life, so I had never thought that this would be something that I would do. Every excuse in my head popped up. You don't make enough money, or you make enough money, but you have too much debt. But they were not true. Before going through the process with INHP, I would say no, I did not think homeownership was an option. But working with INHP, they gave me the tools to look at things differently, to say, yes, I think I can do this. Closed on my home, my mother went with me. I'm the youngest in my family, so I don't think she ever thought I was going to move out. Getting to closing day, I could see the sense of pride on her face, and she saw that I have grown into the person that she had raised me to be. To be in my home in this neighborhood is just giving me some extension to my history. I grew up in this neighborhood, so I've seen it through all its ebbs and flows through the last 36 years. But what you'll find here is people who love the community that they're in, and they want to see their community grow.
There's some wonderful people live in this neighborhood. I moved in this neighborhood in 1954. I'm the first one to move in, somebody moved next door to me, and somebody moved next door to them, and we all become a family. So that's what you'd call a neighborhood. One by one it's built. So when they're gonna say Arnold's Place, well, that made me feel honored. And then the mayor come out and said, this is your day. That was really a surprise. The new families in Arnold Place will all be one.
There has always been a sense of togetherness. That's the things that really sell Arnold's Place inside of Reagan Park. It's community, there's charm, there's character. What INHP has done for me is giving me the pathway to having wealth. I am a homeowner. What's possible for me in my future is endless.
Thank you, Mayor Hogsett, and thank you to Albert Arnold and Brandon Gray. I believe they're both here with us today. Mr. Arnold and Mr. Gray, will you give us a wave? Thank you. Thank you for joining us and for all you do for Reagan Park. Achievements like Arnold Place are the result of disciplined strategy, deep community partnership, and a relentless belief that every household deserves to thrive. But what comes next? Amidst rising development costs, insufficient subsidy, and a widening gap between household income and the cost of housing. Let me share a few big INHP announcements that are helping us drive continued change. First is the incredibly generous $7 million grant we received from Mackenzie Scott and the Chicago Community Foundation. We'll put these funds to work in our community by investing further in our current consumer solutions through down payment assistance and home repair lending capital. We've launched a new Shared Advantage product so home buyers can find the right home while staying within their budget. This model allows buyers to substantially increase their buying power in exchange for sharing a portion of the home's appreciation. And finally, enhancing our portfolio of community lending and investing strategies to enable more affordable housing preservation and development. The second big announcement is an update on our ambitious effort, which we launched in late 2024 to raise an additional $25 million in lending and development capital. Thanks to the trust and leadership of our financial institution partners, we finished 2025 strong with a remarkable $10.8 million and have already secured another $11.8 million in 2026. With a promising path to exceeding that $25 million goal. This momentum is more than financial. It is powerful affirmation of what we can achieve together, and we are so grateful. And for our final major announcement of the day, I'd like to introduce INHP's 2027 through 2031 5-year strategic plan. Through extensive research, deep analysis, and meaningful community engagement, INHP has reaffirmed our mission and vision with renewed conviction. We challenged our assumptions, examined the evolving housing landscape, and clarified how we define success. The conclusion was clear. The need for INHP has never been greater, nor is our resolve. Over the next 5 years, INHP aspires to deliver 4,500 affordable housing solutions, solutions that have direct consumer impact and expand system-level supply. This includes 1,250 consumer solutions, These are first mortgages to support homebuyers pursuing the dream of homeownership. This represents more than $200 million in home purchases and refinancing, supported by homeownership education and advising, innovative lending products and partners, and other financial supports. We also aspire to deliver 3,250 of what we call community solutions, expanding, preserving, and upgrading the supply of affordable housing in Marion County. Through a mix of development, land banking, community lending, grant making, and emerging innovations. This will support roughly $1 billion in investment. The path will not be without challenges, but if 2025 showed us anything, it's this. When we stay grounded in our mission, guided by data, and united with our community, we are more than capable of meeting the moment. None of this work happens alone. It is made possible by partners who invest, advocates who champion, and neighbors who trust us to walk alongside them. To each of you, thank you for standing with INHP during a year that demanded both courage and creativity. Everyone in this room can be part of our progress. This morning, we've set a goal to raise $40,000. To help us get going, our friends at First Internet Bank have offered to match today's gift if we raise $20,000, as you see here on the thermometer. You can find and scan the QR code on your table or use a link on the screen to give online. Additionally, you can leave cash or check donations at the table at the back of the room. If you are able, please help more hardworking residents gain ground. As we begin breakfast, please join me in a moment of silence so each of us can reflect on our own faith and its place in our time together today. Thank you, and enjoy breakfast.